Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be doing another book review, and the book I'm going to be reviewing is my book of the month for April from my TBR jar, and that's Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. And this book, I really enjoyed it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. This is, I think it's supposed to be fantasy, but it kind of reads like a dystopian, so maybe it's like both. It's a fantasy dystopian mixed. But this one is set in a world where there are two different groups of people. So there are those with red blood and those with silver blood. And those with silver blood are the elites. They're seen over everyone as being special because they all have these ability or powers. Some can manipulate fire or water. Some have super strength and things like that. So some can control your mind and see your thoughts or make you do things. So there's a whole range of different abilities, and it kind of reminded me of the X-Men, as far as their abilities go. And so pretty much the silvers are on top. They're the elite, and they rule over the reds with an iron fist. They keep them oppressed. The reds are pretty much normal, regular people without any powers, without any special abilities, which is what makes them reds. And so they are just there to pretty much serve the silver and fight in the wars for them, and pretty much, be used however the silvers want to use them. And so, of course, our main character, Mare, is a red. She was born a red, but she has an ability that obviously she's not supposed to have, being a red, but she does have this ability. And so pretty much the king and queen of the country pretty much figure, everyone, well, not everyone, but a lot of people, a lot of important silver people saw her ability, saw her powers, so they can't really just cover this up and make it go away. So they pretty much plan to bring her into their family and use her for their purposes. They come up with this, elegant lie to tell everyone, and she pretty much has to pretend she's actually a silver, not a red, and the king and queen use her for their purposes. That's pretty much all I can really say without getting too much into what happens in this book. But I did really enjoy it. Like I said, I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. And there's a lot that happens in this book. It's a little bit slow in the beginning. It took me about maybe around 70, 75 pages to really get into it. So the beginning is a little bit slow, but then things start happening that become more interesting. And so I really enjoyed it. The ending was the best part, of course. I love endings, but yeah, this ending, there were twists and turns that maybe I should have seen them coming, but I did not see them coming. And there's betrayal and heartache, and it's just, I really enjoyed the end. And I've heard a lot of people compare this to a lot of other different books, to The Hunger Games and Shadow and Bone, Throne of Glass, The Selection. So I've heard like that this book, I guess, is compared to a lot of others because there's a lot of similarity with this one and a lot of those other books, and I can see the similarities with Hunger Games and Selection, the Selection series. I see the similarities between those. They didn't really bother me all that much. I know it's been compared to other books as well, like I said, but I haven't read those books. Like, I haven't read Throne of Glass yet. I haven't read Shadow and Bone. So a lot of those other books, Cinder, the Lunar Chronicles, I haven't read them yet. So I really wouldn't have noticed the comparison to those because I haven't read them. But I do notice the comparison to Hunger Games and Selection. But like I said, I don't know, it didn't bother me because I enjoyed the story for what it was. And so I really liked it. I liked the characters. There is sort of course, it's YA, so of course there's a love triangle in every YA. There's a love triangle. And really, I actually didn't like Mare with either of the love interests. I don't know, maybe that'll change in the second book. But her and Cal, her and Maven, I saw them better as just friends than actual love interests. And so if they were just friends, I think it would work out great, but I don't really see her together with either one of them. But like I said, maybe that'll change in the next book. I do hope to pick up the next book soon because I really enjoyed this, like I said, and I really want to get back into this world soon and see more of what's going to happen next. I will say, at the end, when I read the very, very end, it did feel a lot like I did have that feeling of Hunger Games when Katniss is kind of at the point where Katniss is fed up with the Capitol and everything that's going on, and she's like, if we burn, you burn with us. And so, of course, they don't say that in here, but that's kind of the feel that I got towards the ending of this one, where it's like, okay, we're ready to burn stuff down and take these people out. So, yeah, so definitely can't wait to get to the second book. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I like the characters separately. Again, not together with either one of them. I like all the other characters as well. The Queen, I actually really like the Queen as, she's pretty much, she's the villain, I guess you would say. She really becomes a villain in this. But, I don't know, she's very manipulative and cunning, and kind of reminds me of Valentine, but without the charming charisma. Valentine from The Mortal Instruments, because she's very manipulative and cunning, but without the charisma that Valentine has. But that's sort of what she reminded me of a little bit. So I didn't like her as the villain, and I don't know. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen next in the next book, because I feel like there could be a lot more done with her character, and I want to see what happens with their characters. So yeah. So pretty much that's it. That's my review for Red Queen. That was my book of the month TBR pick for April. So now, since we're in May, I'm actually going to pick a new book from my TBR jar for the month of May. Let's see which one I'm going to read in May. Hopefully it's a good one. Please be good. Okay. Oh, and so this one isn't an actual book. It's just a challenge. So like I filled my TBR jar with books that I still need to read on my shelf and also different challenges. So like read, this one is nonfiction. So I have to pick a nonfiction book and read that for May. I'm trying to think which one I would want to read. I think I have one in mind, but I'm not sure. I have to go look at my shelf. But I will be reading the nonfiction in May. So, yep, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below if you've read Red Queen. What are some of your comments or your thoughts about the book? And did you see that twist towards the end? Did you see that coming? And what were your thoughts? So let me know in the comments below. And I will see you guys next time with another video. Bye.